Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Custom. So today I'm sharing with you a really cool custom statue. This is a Killer Frost made from the Sideshow Scarlet Witch premium format. Now, I really wanted to work on this statue for a while now, ever since it came out. I never really actually went out and looked for one. I really didn't come across any of them damaged. I know that I've come across them when they were pretty cheap on eBay, but at the time I was actually looking for other items, so I really didn't pull the trigger on this one. So a client of mine asked me, I really want to make a Killer Frost statue. Do you have any ideas what would be a good one? I was like, eBay's got some cheap ones going right now, and I think that would be a really cool custom, for Killer Frost. I said, the pictures you sent me, the outfit is already there. We really don't have to do much with the outfit. All we have to do is chop up the hair and redo the arms, and that's pretty much, all there was really to it, because even the boots were actually perfect for her. I just had to put the fur around the boots. So I was like, that's going to work out pretty cool. So all I had to do was just, the major part was just chopping up the hair, attaching the head with the neck, and rebuilding the hair from scratch. So what I did is I resculpted the hair going around, I gave it a nice flow, and, painted it a nice icy up hair, give her a nice silkiness to it. And like I said, the outfit was there. I didn't have to do anything with the outfit. All I did was we attached the symbol of, Killer Frost there, and ran with it. So I also did some videos in the past. Check out these videos on how I did the translucent ice powers coming out of her hands. So as you can see, came out pretty cool. And painted her up nice. I think the head works out really great with her. The whole outfit, the body, the skin tones, and everything. So I also did a video on how I did the base too and everything. So the client asked me, I want to put a Batman cowl and cape on the base, and I was like, well, that's going to be a lot more work to sculpt that, to throw it on the base, and then trying to work it all out. So I was like, you know what, she's a Frost character. And after doing some brainstorming, coming up with some ideas, also talked to Warren from Warren Resin. He actually went out to Smooth On during the summertime. And he wanted to know if I needed any supplies when he was going. I was like, yeah, pick me up some resins and molds and stuff, because I'm working on that more. Because he wanted to do something with ice, so he talked to Smooth On. They gave him some ideas. So what I did is I took that from there, and I took the Batman Hot Toys cowl head. I chopped out the face thing, and then I added this leather cape, and then what I did is I encased it in ice, and then I painted it up. So it's the idea is that Killer Frost got the Batman cowl and cape, it's encased in ice on her base. So in the video I show you how I take all these extra clear scraps and I use them for the base for Killer Frost. So worked out pretty good. It's always great to know people in the hobby. It's great to brainstorm, like I say all the time. You always talk to people, and I'm always learning. Every time I go to shows like Wonderfest, Jersey Fest, seeing what people do, just talking and brainstorming and coming up with new ideas. And like I said, I always like to, push the envelope, come up with some new stuff, and just run with it. So, once I got the hair sculpted all up and everything, it was just a matter of doing out the powers, the rest of the outfit, and it just worked out pretty good. So, I talked to the client. I was like, you know what? I was like, I got some ideas for the skin tone. And a lot of the pictures he sent me, she was like a blue, she was like a white. So I wanted to come up with an idea with the skin that's kind of like a silky-ish cold skin. So it's a very mixture of whites, blues. It's got some iridescence in there. It's got some interference blues. So you'll probably see some shines coming off of her. So it's like she's got that really cool, skin, that really icy skin, So I really had a lot of fun painting up the skin more than anything. The hair, of course, I just wanted to give a difference between the blue outfit, the skin, and make the hair kind of like close to the skin, but give her that hair, because a couple of the pictures I was sent, one hair was just jet blue, and the other hair was kind of like a gray, so I just wanted to come in with a mix of that. The eyes, she does have pupils in her eyes. What I did was I gave her pupils, but it's like a chrome silver, and I really wanted to get that really nice sexy look of her and just have a lot of fun. But the outfit, like I said, I didn't have to do anything with the outfit. It just worked for the pictures that was sent. Like I said, the boots were perfect. It fit Killer Frost perfectly. I just had to do the the fur coming down, And that was, you know, also with the gloves, as you can see. The fur going there. And then the powers. I added the fingernails, of course. She didn't have the fingernails on her. That was kind of a little something, you know, I added on. I figured Killer Frost would have these really cool, like, you know, fingernails just coming out. And so as you can see with the base, too. You know, it's kind of like a snowy base with icicles. The cowl is frozen in there. And that was a lot of fun. It's actually, it's like a simple base, but it actually does scream out that that is Killer Frost. It's got, you know, her ice. I mean, yeah, the idea, like I said in my past videos, was be to sculpt it first and then make a mold and cast it up and then paint it up because of the clear resin. But, you know, this is a custom statue. It's a one of a kind, so it's kind of like finding out new things that I can do here and there. So there you go. That is Killer Frost. Like I said, the hardest part was the hair. The hardest part was the base and the powers, but the custom work on the statue itself just, it flew by. I mean, it didn't take long at all. I mean, I had her done and painted up a while back, but, you know, it was the base and the powers that took most of the time. So, hopefully you guys like the way she came out. It was a lot of fun to do this. A lot of good learning experience, too. So now I, you know, if I ever want to add more clears into statues, or if I want to, you know, add power trails, I can just kind of take it to a new level. So there you go. That is Killer Frost custom statue from Sideshow Scarlet Witch. Hopefully you guys like the way she came out. And thanks for watching.